Bonjour, and today we are covering the agreement of the past participle with the auxiliary to have, and today's topic is very interesting for a reason. Native French speakers make a lot of mistakes in regard to this rule, like a lot. Meaning, if you learn the content of this lesson and understand how to apply it when you speak French, you will have the edge over many of my fellow countrymen as far as grammar goes, so technically I shouldn't be telling you all this. In fact, I changed my mind. I was kidding you. Of course we are covering today's topic, even if that gives you the edge over many of my fellow countrymen. Are you ready to learn? Let's start. Today, we are covering l'accord du participe passé avec l'auxiliaire avoir, which is a rule that is widely misunderstood even for native French speakers. So we are gonna learn what the rule is, and then what the exception to the rule is. 3 cases. And then we're gonna learn the exceptions to the exception to the rule, which is very French. Let's start. The rule. The past participle of verbs conjugated with the auxiliary avoir never agrees with the subject if no direct object complement COD precedes it. So we have here an example that will do a better job at explaining this than the explanation itself. 8 mechatronic robots dismantled the sofa. 8 robots mécatroniques ont démonté le sofa. As you can see, the subject is masculine, plural. 8 robots. 8 robots. But the past participle doesn't have an S. There's no S. Oops, I wrote it. I erased it because there's no S. Ont démonté. So that means, with the auxiliary avoir, we don't agree the subject with the past participle. No, there is a disconnection. A disconnection. But we have an exception to the rule, and this is where most people get confused. We're gonna look deeper into 3 cases. Are you still with me? Number 1. The COD is a relative pronoun. It is a great case. Because we're gonna have an exception to the rule that the subject and the past participle don't agree in gender and number. They followed the orders that Sarah had given them. Ils ont suivi les ordres que, and que here is a relative pronoun. Sarah leur avait donné. Ooh, and I get shivers down my spine just reading this example because this mistake is committed so often, is made so often by French people. Ils ont suivi les ordres que Sarah leur avait donnés. And here you see an S, but it doesn't really make sense if you follow the rule. Yes, exactly. This is an exception to the rule. This is very French.
We like rebelling against our own rules.
This, the relative pronoun, is connected to les ordres. And les ordres is a masculine plural. And so, masculine plural, because it is related to an object, that is masculine plural, transfers the masculinity plurality of its quality to the past participle. And there you have it. It is an exception to the rule. It's already as complex as you might imagine, but it gets even more interesting because there are 2 other cases that warrant the agreement of the past participle with the auxiliary avoir. CL4, and that is a personification of a battery. CL4 told 2 jokes and Tim repeated them. CL4 a raconté 2 blagues et Tim les a répétées.
Once again, my friend, once again, we have disagreement.
It is one of the situations where you cannot rely on your ears or your eyes. Yes, you can rely on your eyes, but not on your ears, because people might cheat. Répéter agrees with this. Okay, a personal pronoun. But personal pronoun refers to les blagues. Blagues, féminine, plural. And thus, you have this beautiful agreed past participle. See, this was an exception to the rule. I told you that. And yet, it is not over. There is a third exception. When we have a question or exclamation that relates to the COD, and are rarely, if ever, here, non-native French speakers use these kind of sentences.
Will you be the first one?
Which humanoid robots did you rub? A common question. Quel robot humanoïde avez-vous frotté? And here, what do we have? We have a question. You need to agree the past participle with this first bit of the sentence. Robot masculine plural, avez-vous frotté? Plural, masculine. And another example, just for the sake of it, here it is an exclamation. What beautiful valve springs they ordered. Que de beaux ressorts de valve. Valve springs. Ressort de valve. Ils ont commandé. Once again, you see, there is an agreement. Un ressort, des ressorts, masculine plural. Here we have the agreement. Masculine plural. And in theory, that should wrap it up. Yes, but no. Actually, no, it's not over.
Exceptions to the exception to the rule.
When the COD is the pronoun en, the participle always remains in the masculine singular. Always. For example, nickel zinc batteries, we had some. Des batteries en nickel zinc, nous en avons eu. As you can see, eu is not in agreement with the subject, which is a feminine plural. Why? Well, you said it, because the COD is the pronoun en. And in that case, there is no agreement. This is almost over for the lesson. I see you really improving your French. Listening to the lesson, doing the exercises. Of course, there will be an exercise at the end of this lesson. Very sought after. Past participle. This is the last exception to the rule. I might go even deeper, talking about the exception to the exception of the exception to the rule. But not in this lesson. The past participle of impersonal verb is always invariable. These are the Ebola zapping robots that just needed to be used. You know, the common situation when you have the plague of Ebola. And people don't resort to this kind of technology and instead try other ways. But in that case, you can say, ce sont les robots zappeurs d'Ebola qu'il aurait suffi d'utiliser. Et ici, on a un impersonal verbe. Avoir suffit, il suffit. Il does not refer to a person, it is an impersonal pronoun. And so, we have here impersonal verb. Il aurait suffi. And some people might say, but I don't see the agreement between the past participle and the subject. Robot zapper is masculine plural, yes? And I would say, it doesn't work like this. Because the past participle of impersonal verbs is always invariable. And that wraps it up for this lesson. Now, it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to try and click the link below this video and go find out if you can use this rule. You will find exercises, you will find, of course, the summary of the theory of this lesson, but most important of all, the exercises. Let's find out if you can master the rule better than a French speaker. The answer will probably be yes if you paid attention to this lesson. I really hope that you can master the exercise, and I will stop talking now because your time is precious. I apologize for my English. My English today was a bit special, mais les Français sometimes have a tendency to revert back to English-French. This is in the DNA. I cannot change that. Thank you for watching and have a great day.